Okay, closing. Time flies, huh? While you're having fun, time just kind of so fast, right? Okay, I didn't prepare anything. So I'm going to share with you what I shared at the table I was at earlier, because I think they are useful for everyone. And they're also practical. It's practical advice. Okay, we have been talking about 5 mental states necessary for awakening. Okay, what are they? Saddha, Virya, Sati, Samadhi, and Panya. So I offer my version of uh, like a checklist, because checklist makes it easy for people to follow. Okay, think of it like on a scale of 1 to 5 lah. Huh? Think of it like 1 is empty tank. You know your car petrol indicator. So for those of you who drive electric car, just imagine huh? So you have 1 meaning you're almost empty, and you have 5, which means you're papa, full tank. Okay, and for all the 5 mental states, you can have a sense of whether you are empty tank or full tank or somewhere in between. So what I did was to give people an idea what it means by empty and what does it mean by full. Okay, I didn't really go into full. Full you will know. Semi-full, huh? Three-quarter tank. Okay, so saddha. What does it mean by saddha? Let me just take a seat here. Saddha. Saddha is faith, right? What do you understand of the word faith? Typically, people would think that bowing to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, I totally love the Buddha, that means faith. Not really. To me, that is level 1 faith. To feel joy, to feel connected, to identify, it's an identity thing. That's only level 1. That level of faith may or may not be able to get you very far. May not be able to get you very far. And the reason, joy, it's just 1 level. Level 1 is just joy. I very happy, I see Buddha statue, I bow, 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 bow. And I bow in all the different ways. That is level 1, because this level doesn't get you enlightenment. Doesn't necessarily get you enlightenment. We're talking of these 5 mental states, we're talking about spiritual awakening. I'm not saying about good or bad. It's just spiritual awakening, okay? To have the joy it keeps you connected to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. But there is in it no awakening. 1, okay? Then what does it mean by level 2? For awakening, I repeat, this is to understand the Dhamma, for the Dhamma to hit you, the micro insights to hit you, okay? Level 2 is when it makes you receptive. It makes you more open, okay? Willing to go and attend Dhamma talk. You see, your family members, they call themselves Buddhists, but they don't necessarily go for Dhamma talks. They empty law. You can say they don't feel the joy. So if you feel joy, just going to the Buddha, just going to the temple, you feel the joy. That's 1. Because it at least keeps you connected to a space where you may have an opportunity to hear Dhamma. But 2 keeps your mind open. You are actually quite happy to hear the Dhamma. You're quite happy to attend talks. And then some of you go, only 2 You hear only you remember me? For you to make the extra effort to register, you go for Dhamma talks with notebooks. How many of you go for Dhamma talk carrying a notebook? So your faith is stronger than 3 lah. Or at least 3 lah. Do you understand? It makes sense, right? You carry a notebook means I'm going to learn. Right? And you go to learn, you sit down there, your ears open, you start taking notes. You start hearing. And you remember, because you're now allowing the Dhamma, the words, to penetrate your mind and take up a spot there. Take up a spot. Our mind dedicates space. Our RAM lah. Is that RAM? Gig space lah. Gig space. Hey, hello. Helpful a bit lah. It's going to be recorded leh. So shy already. Here I am a gig ah. Then I'm a gig. Then you're like.
You also don't know.
Yeah, they also don't know. The ones who know. Room. Yeah, that one lah. Okay. Space lah. RAM. Okay. So basically, you see, 我们的 RAM space, the platform, our platform. So anybody listening to this or know this woman doesn't know anything about the computer, but that platform lah, the platform. Okay. Our platform has food lah, loved ones lah, job lah, work responsibility lah, my fun time lah, even dog has a space. If you have pets, the pets have a space. Then your Dhamma space, So you increase that space for the Dhamma, it reflects your growing Saddha. 你明白吗? If your platform, that space is, I repeat, food lah, loved one lah, work lah, money lah, DBS bank lah, animal lah, 小强, 小美, lucky, whatever lah, whatever. Then, forgot Dhamma. Then Dhamma is in that particular storage space that you forgot where it is, type one. Then like that, Lord, that's the extent of our Saddha, Lord. That's the familiar, somewhere but don't know where. Now you look at Elaine's notebook, chanting book lah, don't know who's talk lah, don't know what thing lah. I mean, not that I'm looking lah. but I'm looking for the file and they're all there. This, all the Pali words, Saddha very strong. So remember, you go for Dhamma talk, you carry notebook that you use. Mesti pai sui notebook. See my notebook, so nice. That version don't come. You open up and start scribbling. You scribble, you write because you want to remember. Okay? I know of people who come and have a conversation with me, bring a long handphone to record. Now that is effort, right? Effort, because you have a handphone, you need to put photo lah. They don't know what video. They got Dhamma talks. A lot of it dedicated there. Okay? Which means there is Saddha, at least level 3. How much you store there is level 3 and it goes up. Then you say, wow, this is level 3. Right? Remember, remembering, recalling. You remember, then you can recall. Okay? That's level 3. Then what's level 4? Right? Quite kilat already. Level 4 is you start application. Okay? When you start applying, you're allowing the Dhamma to override your software, your own software. We have a view. Our views are very strong. You may or may not allow the Dhamma to override your views. Here in this room, over the last 4, 5, how many days are we here? 6. This is the 6th day, right? 65 nights. So you got 5 solid days where you allow the Dhamma to override your software, your mind, your assumptions, your habits, your views. Therefore, in these 4, 5, 6 days, you have level 4 Saddha. Because you willingly allow Saddha, the teaching, the word of the Buddha, you willingly allow it to come into your mind, and then it slowly makes a way into your heart. How many of you cried? Teared? Oh, very good. How come you all no tears? How come you all no tears? Okay, how many of you like this, the shy version? Okay, We call it the wet eyes. You have it, the joy, you feel that joy, that is an indication of your saddha. Okay? It doesn't mean you cry more means saddha stronger lah. It merely means you are happier with your joy. Your joy is stronger. Either that or you're very passionate lah. Died cry, 3-drop cry. It could be also that type. You're the cryable type. Okay? The crying quotient, intelligence quotient, emotional quotient, then crying quotient 5. A very high one. Okay? So if you tell me in the past few days, there were many moments when you experience a world differently from what you normally experience. In those moments, your saddha was at least a 4. Then what is a 5, right? At the table, I didn't talk about the 5. To my mind, a 5 is when you are completely transformed. Now, in daily life, you cannot but see the world through the lens of the Dhamma. You live in the Dhamma. So what does it mean by the world transformed? Panya Sila Samadhi. Let's go back to Panya Sila Samadhi. Panya, right view, right intention, inclination. The first of which is renunciation, right? Nekkhamma. Second one is aveyapada, no ill will. The third one is avihimsa, no cruelty. These 2 lots, 4 noble truths, plus right intention, right leaning, that becomes your habit. It becomes your way of life. Whenever there is desire and you feel, you use your Vedana to catch the one thing, that craving, you feel it. And you go, okay lah. Moderation. Moderation means nekkhamma, right intention. Okay, you understand, you let go. You understand, you moderate. You understand, you have contentment. That is right leaning. Okay? First and second of the Eightfold Path. Hey, you all know what I'm talking about or not? Okay. No, this one important because I see all the bro like bling. They're blinking at the wrong time. I worry leh. No, this is important. Because people keep asking me application, how application? If your lens is the noble truth, you're very instinctive. Very instinctive. You feel the Vedana a bit off, you know there is a craving. Then you have to ask yourself, can put down or not? Is that okay? Can we drop this? Can we moderate here? Can we calm down here? Okay? If you can calm down, that is nekkhamma. That is renunciation, the big word. I will just say moderation. Letting be. So your mind starts to have the right leaning, right thought, sankappa, right thought, right leaning, right intention. When the mind leans that way, moderation becomes more habitual. In everything, I like only, I moderate. I don't like, I don't moderate. It's an inclination. It's a leaning. So right thought is not so good a translation. Right intention is slightly better. But I was talking to Ajahn Brahmali and I said, Bante, this sounds very much like upstream. Actually, to me, Sankappa is upstream. You know, upstream and downstream? Upstream is everything that's taking place in your mind. Leaning that way, inclined that way, have a certain preferences, certain assumptions. Upstream. Downstream, 走了. As it comes down the stream, you talk, you act. It starts to happen. So this is even before the start of thinking. You're leaning that way. So your instinct goes that way, which is to let be, to moderate. If you tell me, let go, it's already further downstream. But if your habit, every time someone is arguing around you, previously you must tap the car. You got a view, then you must go in. Now, increasingly, you find that there is no car to tap. Not inclined to go and intervene, because these are all just thought formations. So many unnecessary thought formations keep imprinting akusala on the mind. So your mind leans towards, never mind lah. Die already also like that lor. So your mind starts to talk differently, it starts to act differently. This is the 5. This is where Dhamma is now a permanent resident, a citizen of your mind. Before that, Dhamma is illegal worker. Okay? Before, so as you go down the line, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? Go down the line. At 1 and 2, Dhamma is illegal worker. Sneaky, huh? Illegal squatter, don't even do anything. Just squat there only. Yeah. Macam chak like that, come in, then sneak a bit, then run off. That's a sadda. So do you want a sadda that shifts your mind, changed it? Because if your mind, right view, which is your instinct, right leaning, which is your reaction, if your mind becomes like that, you are a very peaceful person. The benefit of that is third noble truth, cessation of craving. So maybe not ceasing, weakening of craving. If you lean that way, what you are experiencing on a daily basis is a third noble truth. Ultimately, it's the cessation, no craving. But in between, there is all this, okay lah, like that lor. Because you're transforming, you're shifting, you're changing, and it's very slowly. Okay, I stop here, you write notes. No notes! Oh, I know, yeah. Oh, very good. Because, you level 3 already, correct. Very quick, No, this is a checklist for you. And you find it useful, patented, Sylvia, okay, patented. I must stress that this thing doesn't appear anywhere in the sutta. This is just me trying to help you to get a sense of how strong is a mental state for you. The essential mental state. Okay, this one is saddha. Virya. You know PACK, right? The PACK is my good friend's invention. The acronym she came up with, Dr. Ng, right? Yin Yen. P is to prevent, A is to abandon, C is to cultivate, K is to keep. So all akusala not present, you prevent it from arising. Akusala already there, you must abandon. Kusala not present, you must cultivate. And then if you find that kusala is there, you must keep. Keep is because she's trying to do a acronym, a nice, easy to remember acronym. I prefer, now so you know keep, but you think of it as grow. Big one. Proliferate, blossom. It must saturate your mind. Your mind marinated in this wholesome mental state. It's a natural habit. Okay? So you find yourself trying very hard, no akusala. You are struggling at the akusala level. As a practitioner, for virya to become strong enough, for sati to arise naturally, for samadhi to come up naturally, you should at least be a 3. It has to be at kusala, cultivating kusala, giving, loving, metta, karuna, that kind of thing, at that level 3. Any practice, any kind of method, I know after this you'll go and find other method, go try other method, okay? Any method that does not lead to at least a 3 in virya, the wholesome mental state, it doesn't get there, you will struggle with samadhi, sati and samadhi. Okay? Sati and samadhi is a natural state if virya is on at least a 3, even better, it's a 4. If it is a 4 means naturally kusala. You see the fellow, you poke the fellow, smile. That kind one. Poke, there's a beam, there's a cheerfulness, there's a lightness, there's kindness, there's patience. If that's your default state, you should not have problem with sati samadhi. Should not. You see, I still have, come and see me. I come and see whether Louis is gay. Because some people, they perceive that they have the action. So I give, I serve. Bante lai liao zao yao kin dampo. Lay ground. Bante, I put my rope down for you. That kind. These are form. I don't know what's in the heart. Action only is action. But in most cases, actually there is some heart also. But sometimes the form is a bit louder than the heart. You know what I mean, right? So for you, you must know for yourself. As you observe that you are becoming gentler, kinder, softer, you will know sati samadhi should not be difficult. Okay? Then we go to this akusala thing. What is this akusala that we are most concerned about? It's loba and dosa. Big category, the big pillar of loba and dosa. And then everything else will fall into these two. Everything, every mental states you can think of will fall into these two categories. So we're using the generic term. For instance, you say, sloth and torpor. What is that? Loba. Aiyo, sian. I must lie down leh. You must lie down. Why? Can you see the loba? The wanting, the pleasure. Very painful to lie down. You want to lie down? Dosa comes after the loba. Okay, after the loba, right? I want to lie down. Then you lie down already. Then you have guilt. Yo, I keep lying down. I feel so bad. What kind of practice this is? Now that's dosa. You want to get it? So you must know it by heart, very clear. If you have anxiety, agitation, I scared. How? That is loba dosa. Like that also you don't know. Both loba and dosa. Okay? Because of loba, you build anxiety. The actual anxiety state itself is dosa because it's unpleasant. Loba is scarier than dosa, okay? Because loba masquerades as pleasure. Loba masquerades as pleasure. So it is even harder for you to overcome. Dropping dosa is very easy. Just telling you, it's easy. But if you say, no, my dosa very hard to drop, and that's because your loba too strong already. The wanting is too strong. Wanting is too strong, so it really shades into dosa. The craving is strong. What is strong? By now, first noble truth, second noble truth. Craving is strong. What is strong? Dukkha is strong. Must be instinctive. Okay, I repeat. If craving is strong, what is strong? For sure. If dukkha is strong, what is strong? Craving. It must be second nature, instinctive. Okay? Now, why is it anxiety is both loba and dosa? Because in anxiety, the loba is too strong. When loba, craving, is too strong, what happened? Dukkha is strong. Dukkha already, how to be happy? You have so much dukkha, how to be happy? Okay? So, you don't tackle, if anxiety, you don't tackle anxiety, but go away, then you just add on to the craving. I don't want anxiety, go away, you go away. Then what are you having? More loba, more craving. The dukkha will surge. So what's the remedy? What's the remedy? Abandon. Now, they will say very hard. Then you soften first. You soften. You will tell yourself, relax. Soften first. You abandon. Then the head drop off, how? Okay, you will soften first, soften. So you soften by saying, it's okay. It's macam you sayang the baby like that. It's okay. Okay, micro letting go. Okay, micro. You put a little bit there. You put just a little bit, a little bit. Okay, so you moderate in stages. Moderate in stages. So relax. Okay, in so many things, which one can you relax first? So many. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so many things. Which one can you moderate first? Which one can you let go first? So you go by stages. You go in small parts, little bits. Drop little bits. As you drop little bits, you will slowly feel better. Money back guarantee. Buddha one. No, this is money back guarantee. Okay? Moderation in gradual stages. My jipai like zzz, like that. Because okay, if you have one card, graphic. You have one card, you wrap plaster, you can chew. You got third degree burn. You because anxiety can be that bad. Okay, you all must understand this. You must understand this. If you find that you have a lot of anger, it's an anxiety issue. Okay, so anxiety always has both loba and dosa. And the loba is too strong, so the dukkha becomes strong. You every day live in dukkha, you're happy, meh? So you must understand how people can get into the state. And this is akusala only because it's not skillful. It's not because you're evil. You're so anxious, you're evil. It's not, right? It is not. We all have our anxiety moments. There's nothing evil there. There's nothing cruel or bad. It is just can't let go. So it's the first problem is nekama, can't let go. So you let go in small bite sizes. Then, this is only step 1. Step 2, when you put it down, you immediately will feel a little bit better. You remember better. Remember the mental state of that one. Even if it's very subtle, even if it's very small, you must remember. Because that little bit is going to build your faith in the method. If you don't remember, if you focus on the let go, then you feel better, but you don't remember better, you just say, wow, hang on, it will come back again. Because then your fear will come along. Yeah, you think you can, the fear will come along. Cannot. Double whammy. So I repeat, you feel better, you must remember better. And then you will tell yourself, the Buddhist method works. Narrative. Use the correct narrative to help yourself. Okay? Buddhist method work. Feel joy. Buddhist method really works. Feel lagi more joy. Buddhist method tekong. Okay, use whatever language you like lah. No, the idea is to reinforce a wholesome, skillful narratives. Abang OGM for what? I know about narratives. It's Shankara, Chaitanya, Shankara, yeah. And then, don't know how to apply. Then that's not useful, right? You must know how to apply. Okay, I walk you through the steps already. You must remember the steps. These are the little steps, and not many. So, anxiety arises, loba dosa is there, we've got to tackle loba, the dosa will handle itself. Okay, normally people think that they must go and tackle dosa. Sometimes you must, sometimes it is not like that. It depends on the condition. Okay? So you tackle loba dosa, you tackle the fella, then you tell yourself, micro step, little ones can let go, which rule I can let go, which one I can let go. Okay, that's okay lah. Then feel better. Remember, right narrative, wise narrative. Okay, 丢了，行。Any question? So that's that is about Virya. Virya is micro steps. You get to a point where Virya is second nature, you will then be abiding in the Brahma Vihara. That's the 5. Okay? At the 5, you are abiding in the Brahma Vihara. Anything less than Brahma Vihara together, it's still not 5. Because the Brahma Vihara really comes together. If you say, I got metta, I think I got karuna. You think you got karuna? Mudita, I'm just trying. Upeka, never mind, next life. This kind of pattern is where? Which number? I'll let you give the number. 1, 2. You're all very kind, eh? 2 can. 3 lah. 3 also can because cultivating. But typically cannot lah. I mean, when your goal standard be higher, then 好像不可以. What do you think? Okay. This one we can create ma. Alright. Who say I think it's a 5? No lah, no a 4? Your standard very high already. 3? Their standard very high. They say 3 cannot. Who say can na? Can. Can na, Can na. So let's say, sometimes it's a case where you have it but you don't know. 2.5, 50% passing mark lah. I only got 5 score, you can create your own new one. Okay lah, 2.5 also can but you know what I mean Okay, everybody understand already Virya. So when you notice that actually Brahma Vihara comes naturally for you, most time. If nobody is around and you're on your own, you actually feel quite cheerful, quite steady. That's a 5 lah. Together. So any of you who say, Sister Mudita, explain that one, you're not a 5 yet. Okay? Just saying odd lah. And you must have upeka. Okay? There has to be upeka, equanimity. And upeka always sits on wisdom. Always. So you say, then like that, sister, then the 5 must have panya. This is how you apply. Okay? No panya, very hard to hit. 5 for Virya. Upeka, equanimity, you must have wisdom. Without wisdom, you must have wisdom. Without wisdom, you might be experiencing a very temporary kind of acceptance, could be, or it could be indifference. Indifference is too strong a word. It could be like, I'm detached. Detached sounds like a nice word, right? Detached with no understanding is not a nice word. Okay? Being detached with understanding is the right way. But if you are detached, meaning you say, it's okay, die so ugly, it's okay. Die ugly, it's okay. We all must die, it's okay. This kind is not upeka. Upeka see you die, then you say it's okay. So that one requires understanding. Or a loved one, someone you love, so you have attachment. When that fella is dying and you have understanding, you will say it's okay. That is upeka. Sati. Sati is tricky because unlike the other mental states, so you must remember, our score is about what helps with your spiritual enlightenment, the spiritual progress. Okay, these scores really are meant for spiritual progress. Okay, so let's see. Sati. What is sati? Mindfulness. This group is very good because everybody knows the mental state of mindfulness. I don't have to explain too hard, okay? Level 1, how do you know? You can measure by intensity, you can measure by frequency. How often mindful awareness happens for you? Okay, how often? And you can cut it by the day, the time. So if the whole day, let's say at this retreat, it happened quite frequently, right? Okay. So if it happens for you frequently, you will just normal voice, yes, okay? I want to hear. If it has happened for you, you use your normal voice to answer yes. Then if it didn't happen for you, you no need to say anything. Okay, I'm just getting a sense of the extent to which people experience sati here in this retreat. Okay, so now you answer yes or no. Normal voice, okay? Not bad. Quite good, I think quite okay lah. So mindful awareness, just mindful awareness in a manner where the emotions are not strong, it's neutral, you're steady, you're aware. That's a 1. Oh, that's only a 1. Then it happens for you very frequently throughout the day. The score goes up more lah. Okay, the score, but I didn't say which number yet, because there is a second component to mindfulness. You see, you can be very mindful. Mindfulness is a torch, right? We keep using this analogy, it's a torch. And a torch means you can shine. Then you are your mindfulness very often, but you're looking at your toes. And you're looking at rising, falling with regards to the toes or the feet or the little ones here. So your torch is very tight. It's shining on one small surface. Okay? So if your torch is very tight, shining on one surface, I give you 2. I give you 2 because the torch is not helpful yet. It's sharp, but it's not helpful. Because I repeat, this checklist is about what aid with enlightenment, with understanding, with spiritual growth. So yes, you're very sharp. But because it's so tight and so narrow, at that level, it's only a 2, not the type that will help you get it. Get it? So now that you're very sharp and you're really good at it, it comes on quite easily for you. You must shine the torch wider. Okay? Don't be fixated with the microscope. You're not looking for bacteria and viruses. You're looking for enlightenment. The mind must open. The mind has to be open. Okay? So the tightness, you can see rising, falling. But you may not be able to say then there's no insight. To see is not insight. To see and understand. It's jnana dasana. Dasana is see. Jnana is knowledge. Do you get it? So you see and you understand, that's insight. You see and you see and you see and you see, no insight. Only see. Get it? Okay, So now that your instinct, every time mindfulness arises, you go into your 7 plus 2. The 9 insights, the insights. Internal, external, internal or external, or internal, external, or arising or fading away, or rising and fading away, or mindfulness of the body or whatever to the degree of bare awareness and continuous mindfulness. These are the 7 parts. And you are independent, so you're not caught up, you're detached, and you are not holding to anything in the world. That's mindfulness. This version. And if you can have this version on a regular day, that's a 3. Okay? How many of you say with some confidence, I can get to the 3? Again, 2.5. No, now you've got knowledge already. No, what it means is every time the mindfulness arises and you recognize it, right? You must recognize. So every time it arises and you recognize, you automatically reflect the toggles, the rising, falling. Which one? Which one catches your attention? Even then you see bare awareness, how is that? Bare awareness means no attachment. No attachment, that bare awareness, you must then know the third noble truth lah. So the mind can get into that state on a daily basis. This is the version 3. It means 会使了，会使做工了. Every one of them, by the time it comes to 3, 会使做工了. It is working. It is not outstanding, but it will work. Okay? Not outstanding, but it will work. Okay? And then how do you get it to a 4? Is when the 7 plus 2 insights become second nature. You no need to, I think this one rising. You are rising, falling, a bit like yaya papaya, rising, falling, eternal, external, and even can see how in each experience, each understanding, there are more than one insights. So it's not just rising and it's not just falling. It's rising, falling, internal, external. Okay? So then your mindfulness is sharpening. You are seeing better. Why is mindfulness important? You tell me. You can catch your akusala. You can catch your akusala. Very good. Any more? Sanya, who say? Wow, jackpot leh. Sanya, okay, later I'll talk about the aggregates. Now we just talk about mental states first. Remind me to talk about the Sanya bit. Okay, so 4 is when you can do gymnastics with the insights. And you know where to park it on the aggregates. Any of the aggregate you can catch. Okay, that's a 4. 5, you're living like that. This is your life. This is your instincts. Your instincts, it becomes very second nature, very instinctive about how there is non-self in all this. You see it. You can see internal, external, rising, falling, You can see that eventually all road must lead back to the noble truths. Okay? It must lead back to your anatta. It should go back that way. Okay? And so you will not just live with the insight, as in the insight, the internal, you will live with the insight that comes from that effort, that practice. You will live with the insights that come from the practice of the 7 plus 2. And that's your 5. Okay? So sati it's not just for steadying mind and quietening mind. Sati is an essential condition for jnana dasana. Sati is an essential, non-negotiable condition for jnana dasana. The other one that is essential, non-negotiable is samadhi. Then people may say one is first jhana, 2 is second jhana, 3 is third jhana. No, not really. Yes, the jhana is your clue as to how still the mind can get. It is true. But it is not just in deep meditation, it's in daily life. So samadhi mental state is really sustained stillness. It's sustained and it's effortless. The more effort you put in, the shakier is your samadhi. So if you are able to sit quietly for hours and you're just standing there, eyes open, relating to, but that you know the breathing is here. You know the mind's not jumping around. So now this one I go backward. Okay, if you are in your daily life, you don't, not necessarily in sitting, in your daily life. 5 and 4 is into your daily life. 1, 2, and 3 will be the early part. It's in your sitting. You go very still. You go very quiet. That will be 1, 2, and 3. Very still. The more still you are. Okay, so stillness can be shaky. We talk with each other, very shaky. You try. Then you know what's that? Mind drifts. Okay, you pull back. And then after that, the mind drifts again, then you pull back. That one is what? What number? 1, 3, floating all over the place, about 3. My standard not very high, but this 3 is a bit too high, leh. So if your mind in daily life keep drifting all over the place, I very give you phase 1. It could be a 0, leh. Right? Because if samadhi is a natural state for you, your mind won't drift so much. Okay? In this retreat, you find that actually your mindfulness is sustained. Samadhi works with mindfulness very well. They come together. You have mindfulness, so samadhi, you have mindfulness, no samadhi. Your mindfulness is, hello, bye-bye. Okay? That will be your mindfulness. Look, see me. Now, then if your mindfulness come and like, 我来饮茶, 我来飲茶 for a while. Then you serve cha, then you sit there. That one is because of samadhi, he sits, the sati stay around. Okay? So if your mindfulness, no, there's no samadhi. 0.5 give you a plate, panchan a bit. Do you understand? Samadhi actually, if your mindfulness arises, you kind of hang around for a few minutes, steady, so then it drifts off. That one got samadhi already. That one will be 1, and then your light, right, 1.5. 1.5 lah. 2, if you have samadhi daily life 2, so this one not talking about sitting. If samadhi in daily life 2, actually what it means, every hour you will have a sati moment. Every hour you will have a sati moment. You understand? Then if, let's say, the sati moment, every hour you have a sati moment, and that time actually is a little bit more than 5 minutes. It kind of extended. It's a bit effortless. Your samadhi is actually not bad. I give you 3. Okay, I give you 3. So, and you must, samadhi always feels good. If you are in what you call, I quite steady leh, I'm in the moment but I'm very angry leh, there's no samadhi. Okay? Because if you have OCD, your samadhi also very strong. OCD, obsessive compulsive behavior. That one samadhi very strong. Okay, can be very steady, then only see that dot. Hey, you don't laugh, it's painful, okay? It's a lot of anxiety and fear. That one samadhi also very strong. So the version that we need for enlightenment, unfortunately, is not this version. Because there's a lot of dukkha. This state of steadiness does not have insight. So when you have dukkha, the dukkha becomes very strong. When you have very serious akusala issues, anger, grief, the grief that becomes, what is the word that they use? A grief that chronic grief, cannot go away. All these all have samadhi one, but not the version we need for practice. That version is called miccha samadhi. Miccha, wrong one. Because it's painful. The samma samadhi, now you understand why all the mental state here got a samma there. Right view, not wrong view. Right leaning, not the wrong version. And then speech, action, you all know livelihood. Right effort, not the wrong effort. Right sati, not the wrong sati. Wrong sati is what? Focusing on akusala. Focusing on the object of akusala is wrong sati. Focusing on right sati must mean Dhamma related. Whether it's seeing the impermanence of the aggregates, the 6 sense bases, accepting that moderation, accepting moderation, letting be, all this is right sati. It belongs to the category of right sati. In the same way, you can have miccha samadhi. Miccha samadhi is focusing on the object of pain, on the object of akusala, and you refuse to let go. You hang on to it. That's miccha. That one won't help. It's a lot of dukkha. Samasati is when there is lightness. You can tell you are light, you are happy, your body feels light, your body like this, light. Even though you heavy, but mind is light, body is light. Okay? Huh? And you don't feel tired. So sloth and torpor doesn't work. Your nivarana is very muted, very low. Okay? So you see nivarana, samadhi is off. You don't see, and it's in daily life. So you got kamachanda, this kind of pattern, then your samadhi is a bit off lah. So you all understand, huh? If you are mindful that it is akusala, that is good, that is good. But if you're mindful of akusala, then you cannot let go of the akusala, the object of your akusala, then that's wrong. If you recognize akusala arising, then you recall the Dhamma, you recall the practice, and then you're making right effort. So you recall the practice, you go, okay, let go, don't hold so hard, okay, let be. That is correct. So it's not the akusala that made your sati wrong or right, it is how you treat it. Very good. So you give me a chance to clarify. Okay? So that you have akusala arising in itself is not right or wrong. But you see, for the regular person, the anger arises, you focus on the anger object, you chase after the anger object. Your narrative will chase after the anger object. And then you're very laser sharp on that. You can't let go. That is wrong sati. That will lead to the samadhi also off. Okay, I'm mindful. So sometimes when people say that we have to watch the anger, I am careful there. What are you watching? With regards to anger, I'm only watching the arising, fading of the pleasant, unpleasant sensation pertaining to anger. Good, correct. I'm watching anger. That's not good. Then you will sear, you can create a habit of anger. How good is that? To see the rising and fading away, the impermanence of vedana, of anger, correct. So it's the aggregates of the anger. But to hold on to this anger, and I'm not looking at anger object, I'm only looking at anger. Then I follow anger. And then because I'm very mindful, I don't let anger go. Because I am trying to see what happened to anger. That's not good. Huh? You laugh so happily. 这不是我们呢? Right? Huh? It becomes sankhara already. Then anger fade already. Then you, fade already, must bring back. Recall the anger, recall the emotion. You jialat leh, why you want to do that? Then that will sear into your neural pathways. Become organic leh, stuck there. Did you see? Instead, what you should focus on is anger vanishing, the vedana disappearing. Then what do you remember? Vanishing. Very good. Periodically ask questions to see whether you got it lah. You can apply. Then you answer correctly, you know you can apply. Okay? Then we go to the number 5. Panya, wisdom. Now we all know in this retreat, 你自己有数 you yourself know yourself. Where's the missing link? What's the missing link for you? Often it is panya. Often. If you go to a retreat and you say that my problem is samadhi, sitting, I will tell you the odds are it is not samadhi. The right condition, your mind will go quiet. You can sit for as long as you want or as short as you want, it doesn't matter. You actually don't need a long time to get insight. It's not duration, okay? Insight can come out in split second. You do samadhi, your mind goes still. What is the purpose of samadhi? For Jnana Dasana. Yatha Buddha Jnana Dasana. Whatever it is, let's see as it is. Okay? So the purpose of samadhi is for insight to arise. So if there is no, there could be insights arising. Correction, there could be phenomenal that can lead to insight arising for you. The phenomenal is there, the phenomenon. Like the, right? Color. Black, bright, not black, bright, or whatever it is. There could be all these phenomenal. People come to me and usually go, I see rainbow. Okay, and rainbow very nice. Okay. No, it's right. My color is blue, they say. Okay or not? Blue can or not? Like, okay. And then the blue fade. Sometimes they say, fade away. Sometimes they say, I don't know leh. I blue all the beginning to the end blue. Or red lah, burn lah, what color lah. I see Buddha, they said. Buddha come visit me when I meditate. Sialat. All wrong, all wrong. All wrong conclusion. Not that your mind is wrong, but it's the conclusion that is wrong. Okay? Okay. Then what is insight? Tell me what is insight. The 9 insights. What else? The 3 characteristics. So you must see in real time anicca. Okay, usually it's anicca. Okay? You may or may not connect it to dukkha. It's okay, anicca. What else? And the noble truths. Generally, this is it. You can get this in real time. You sear this into your memory. Okay? So many a times, people have the arising of an insight. Correct. Arising of a phenomenon that you can have an insight of. But then, then you, finish already 3 hours. I got a lot of sparkles. There's no insight. Then what is missing then? Panya. Because the mind has already delivered its job. It's delivered its job. Then you're this missing panya. It cannot conclude from what you are seeing. Right? You cannot conclude. So when you cannot conclude, that is a panya issue, not a samadhi issue. The samadhi has delivered its job. The mind goes quiet. You now got nimitta. Nimitta, amita, simita, whatever is that, is there. You already have it. And then you cannot conclude. So now, what is insight? We'll go into it. Remember yesterday I was talking about the 3 levels? Beginning, middle, and the end. So at one level of understanding this wisdom, panya, at one level of understanding it is, you must have some wisdom. So your wisdom is innate one, it's instinct. It's an instinct. An instinct that leads to an outcome. It's an instinct, okay? So when you go to the wrong teachings, and then they tell you, you must bow this way, then you must bow that way, then you walk around the Buddha stupa like that. Cannot walk left, must walk right, Then right. And then after that, you must like this, like this, like this, like this. Then you're blessed. And then you go, 这个很好，这个我会做. Then your panya not strong. Remember, it's panya for enlightenment. Doing this, no enlightenment. Caught up with forms, rituals, even getting caught up with precepts, like you go for retreats and people say, 不要吃饭，吃三顿西only. Anything more is loba. Okay, all these all salah. All salah. Okay? Because too tight. Don't have the understanding of too tight. Yeah, but you go. Now, all of you have panya. Okay? Don't see yourself no up. You all have panya. Because you know what is, you have gone, look, we have gone to all kinds of different places, right? I also have go all kinds of different places. Then when you were there, you say, something off leh, I'm not comfortable. Then you come down that tree. You come down, then you go and look elsewhere. Actually, that takes panya. Okay, that takes panya. So you know how to go up, then you work very hard here. Saddha, virya, sati, samadhi, then what? That part, you know something is off, then you come running down. Boop, 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 boop. Then you go and look again. Okay? And you look and you look and you look, and then when you settle, and if your panya is there, you will settle Swee on the right path. It takes panya to find the right path. So this is the start point. This one at least is a 1. At least. You chose to practice, you chose the path. It's not easy, you choose to put in effort. All these are wise choices. I repeat, you chose the school, you chose the path, you choose to practice, you choose to set aside your own desires and pleasures to come into this place so cold, 6 o'clock must wake up. Then I've got to sit here, I know, but I will still do. That's wisdom. It takes wisdom to get you this far. Okay? Then the second one, so this is 1 and 2 lah. The second stage, the application stage. This part got part A and B. I hear. Do you understand? I think I do. I think I do understand. This I call A. Should we put 2A? Okay, this is 1, then choose the right place already, then settle down, then you hear. Okay, listen. 2A is when I think I understand. I think I get it. You understand, but do you know how to apply? I think I know how to apply to be. I think I know how to apply to be. Then comes 3, which is now you are applying and you must tweak accordingly. You must steer, because sometimes you apply correctly, you look at the right thing. Sometimes you apply wrongly, you look at the wrong thing. Then you look at the wrong thing, you know how to steer back to the right thing. That to me is a 3, because you need wisdom to guide you in your application. You need wisdom to guide you on application. Some of you are already here, 3. Okay? I understand what is taught. So when I stop, suddenly I ask you, so what's missing? And you say, dukkha. And it's the correct answer, tio liao. It's the wrong answer, try again. Application off. Like you asking, so, my sati, where am I supposed to look at sati? If it's akusala, is that right or wrong? That's a good question. You are now at 3. The wisdom takes you this far. Can you see that? Wisdom, as it becomes stronger, you will know what to do. So at where the beginning, find the right house. Then next level is go into the house and go and learn about the furniture, the placement, the things about the house. Now I can operate in the house. I know what to do in this house. I can operate. I can apply. Do I look at aggregates? Which aggregates do I look at? The 9 insights, what do I do with that? I know what to do. I hear you is 2. I'm applying and I know what I'm applying is 3. That's the difference. Okay? So you will know whether you are at a 2 or a 3. The 4 is when the the dot connected. Oh. You see, you go very quiet. Mine goes very, very quiet. And then the phenomenon appears. And then you okay, the insight. This one is rising, falling. Rising, falling. Yes, I can see rising, falling. So application, okay, I see rising, falling. Sister, they rise and they fall. What's your answer? Anicca. Tio. What else? Got cessation already or not? Non-self. For some, it's cessation. For others, it's just rising, falling is impermanence. It's non-self. All this correct. I'm connecting that dot. Okay? So number 4 is the aha that starts to come in. But I suspect at this point, you are still 3.5. Not quite 4. Because I'm still helping you with the answer. If you don't need my help with answer, you are 4. Okay? Get it? Okay? Then you 4, then you must worry, meh? 5 will come on its own, ma. Okay? You only need to get to 3. I just need to help you get to 3. Okay? 3 means you apply, you know what to look at, you know how to take away. Then you know when I sit quiet. Now you all know I sit very quiet, whatever phenomenon, not necessarily dots. Okay? Can be broomstick. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what arises. You just sit very quietly. You must learn to recognize sati samadhi. Okay? Then you recognize, oh, the stillness. The stillness is very clear. Then you just, nothing happened. But actually, when nothing happened, something has happened. Right? What has happened? If nothing happens, nothing happens. But even if nothing happens, something has happened. What does it mean? Doubt. You must recognize the mental state of doubt. What else? I repeat, you're like, I'm giving a test for 4, okay? I'm giving a test for 4. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing has happened. Actually, something has also happened. Very good. Oh, 4. Yay. Like that. No craving. You can get to this point, you can go home yourself. The rest is just internalizing carefully so that your craving reduces. The ultimate test, the 5, is how much of craving has diminished. That's your 5. Partially diminished, partial wisdom. Diminish in leaps and bounds, wisdom is growing. Because ultimately, it's all about that craving. If you say, oh, really, so muted, so much lesson, so little, Dhamma craving also so little, you are beginning to understand. And understand well. Right now, you will say, I will revert to habits. I know. But your panya has already shifted. Your panya has shifted. You revert to habit. This is about unskillful. You're feeding akusala. It's unskillful. It's not a panya problem. Oh, yeah, it's a bit of a panya problem. Your panya doesn't tell you to check it, ma. Check it. Stop it. Panya went to sleep. Panya worked very hard on trying to get to the phenomenon. After that, you go and sleep. And then you live your life in a semi-panya state. That is where we give in, we cave in, got view. You can see, this is view, mind made, but never mind touch the car. Panya gone to sleep. Okay, just tell you. Because panya also required to live the life, to make wise choices in life. So your panya goes to sleep, you bocap me the boat kin. That one is panya gone to sleep. Okay? Just know that. So everyone is okay? Yes. You now understand? Yes. Those are the 5 mental states. You have these 5. Papa, you cannot bluff yourself. Ujucha, sujucha. Okay? This is your Karaniya Metta Sutta. Cannot bluff yourself. You bluff yourself, then you 一场欢喜一场空. Must show off my Mandarin like that. Because you're like, oh, I got it. I'm in the stream. Where is your stream leading you to? Okay, don't get off the bus too early. All the aggregates play a role in your training process, your enlightenment process. It all depends on these aggregates. That is why in Satipatthana, it comes up as number 2 very quickly. Okay? And the aggregates all play a role. Kaya is your anchor. This one is your anchor. It helps you to hold your mindfulness, your samadhi, because without samadhi, cannot see phenomena as they are. Which is why no matter what schools, training schools you go into, the emphasis on the kaya, the rupa. Okay, whether you're looking at the elements of the rupa or the sense basis of the rupa, or I don't know what else they look at, body parts, it doesn't matter. This is your anchor. So in your daily life, you cannot let go of this breathing. You try not to, because when there's a breathing, the sati will come back. Okay. Vedana's job, actually, you use Vedana to be your kusala, akusala indicator. The moment you get unpleasant, you must know akusala is in the mix, craving is there. The moment it is very pleasant, very nice, not delight, I'm not talking about delight and gratification. I'm talking about objectively pleasant, unpleasant. If you look at craving, delight is pleasant and very quickly unpleasant because the gratification, nice, boom, chemical release, nice. After that, you are addict, we are addicts. So something that you delight in is not necessarily kusala, it's akusala. Okay, because you are addicted, it feeds your addiction. Okay, now go back to Vedana. You see unpleasant, you must straight away assume that there is craving, attachment in the mix. Then if your mindfulness is sharp, you also start observing yourself the whole day, more pleasant or unpleasant. Then neutral is good. It means no arising of craving and attachment. Neutral is wholesome, actually. Neutral with understanding. You now all have understanding, right? All of you have understanding. You experience neutral, it's a good thing. You will feel very peaceful. Agree?
Yes.
If you agree, you're on track. You don't agree, wrong track. Okay? I repeat, you now have understanding. Because you have understanding, a neutral state actually is experienced as pleasant. Pleasant. It means there is no craving there, no attachment there. That's all. Okay? And that's a good thing. Okay. Sanya is the champion. Sanya and Shankara, they are your key players in enlightenment. Because Sanya recognizes what's going on. You have to train this Sanya, recognize. If it's very sharp, your Sanya is very sharp. Your Sati is sharp, the Sanya is sharp. You want that one. Because it will tell you which mental state is there, what are you dealing with, what's going on right here and now. That's the one, the Sanya. And your Sanya needs to recognize, are you in Dhamma or Adhamma? At any one time, Yoniso Manasikara entirely depends on Sanya and Shankara, these two. I know I steal. I know I do. Okay? So Sanya must recognize what's going on right here in your head, in your mind. Sanya must then recognize the choices you're going to make. It recognizes that. So recognition, know what's going on. That is the Sanya's job. You sharpen the Sanya properly. If you sharpen it properly, it will be able to tell you you're on track or off track. Shankara supports Sanya. They must work together. This version, the volitional formation version, they work together. So your Sanya says, oh, this is akusala. Shankara says, okay, wise narrative. You get it? They must work together. If the Sanya says, this is akusala, and then the other fellow went, Just give in once. Oh, Shankara not wise, Sanya, ka pai liao. Follow the fella. Do you get it? Okay? All good, huh? And then the whole thing is your vijnana. No, I kept saying, you cannot train vijnana. There's no training there. You get these two right, the vijnana is okay. Your experience of life is okay. That's how you apply in daily life. You've got to train that sanya first. With right intention, right effort, with right sati, right samadhi, you will train, the sanya will be on track to do the right thing for you. And you need sanya to recognize when done is done, when good is good, when right is right. It's sanya that gets it. The wisdom works with the sanya best. That's how it works, okay? Your wisdom is there, the sanya knows what to do. The wisdom not there, the sanya, okay? The wisdom works on sanya. To recognize, to steer, to, oh, I know what this is, to, I know what this is, that's sanya's job. With wisdom, sanya, tekong, will help you. Without wisdom, sanya is like that, lor. Regular mind, lor. Okay, that's the one. So with wisdom, the sanya will then go, I understand. I know what this is. It's the sanya that needs to do that. I know what this is. I know it. And if you are right, it is a correct conclusion, because wisdom is there, it's correct conclusion, you will have sama jnana, right knowledge. Knowledge. Okay, how does it work? You sit, okay, let's go back to our favorite, the fireworks of samadhi. No, fireworks phenomenon. If you have sanya with wisdom, this sanya has wisdom, you straight away recognize anicca, anatta, straight away. Very peaceful. No dukkha, no craving. Straight away, okay? And then it stops there. If it stops there, is that a knowledge? Because you're seeing in real time, there is that experiential takeaway is a knowledge. Is this different from right view? Number one, right view. Is it different? Be confident. Is it different? It's different. Because earlier one is a lens. This one is a realization. They are not the same. Be confident. I got more confidence in you than you in yourself. Right? It's experiential and you have a takeaway. And this one builds your faith, takes it to the stratospheric field. Okay? You feel that? You feel it this way? What happened to your mind? What happened? You tell me. You see an insight. What happened? Joy. Well, how come the joy arise? Did you know? Release. That's the right vimutti. Release. 1 minute of understanding, there's this joy that washes over you. That's the release. Okay? If I got insight, very good insight. No joy, no nothing, see me inside. For sure there is, if it's the correct jnana, the right jnana, the joy is powerful. That's your vimutti. If it's thought through, reasoned out, work it out logically, there is no joy. That is not insight, that is reasoning. An experience, it is not just conceptual. Okay? The Dhamma is life, it's experience, it's not conceptual. After this, it's another set of takeaway. So this is all that the Buddha had described. And he had taken us up to here. Okay, phenomenal, impermanence, anatta, phenomenal, accepting, no dukkha. His Dhamma takes you to here. Then you need to make another leap. And that other leap is about the mind holding on to ideas. We hold on to everything. So I've said this before. You leave the mind alone, nothing is happening. But because of our craving, it creates ideas and thoughts and value systems and beliefs and desires and so on. I repeat, if there were no craving, the mind is empty, then nothing is happening. Okay? It's just mind, awareness, consciousness. But because of craving, because of our craving will then happily on its own. This is anatta. It will create its own little story. And then when you have no mindfulness, those stories take on a life of their own. And you have ideas about yourself, about who you are, about your duties, about your responsibilities. You have recollection of the things that gives you pleasure. And so you keep recollecting just so that you can enjoy the proxy pleasure. Or you have some ideas about what Dhamma should be, what enlightenment should look like. All these are ideas. You gather knowledge everywhere, you form ideas. And from the ideas that you form comes a certain expectation. All of you who are stuck with the samadhi so strong and you all got stuck, it's because of your expectations. You have ideas about what Dhamma should be. When enlightenment happens, there should be pa 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 pa, all the sound, and then I should be able to float off the air, right? These are ideas which you hear so many of you, my friends say, so many friends say, it sounds like my mother who say, 老能搞打耶. Lao nang da. Then I say, you now very lao. Then she went, yeah, my words cannot be trusted. So all those lao nang also cannot be trusted. It's same for you. You can have my friend say this, my friend say that, but the Buddha never said any of those things. The Buddha is very simple, right? In terms of the Dhamma, all these that I've been sharing, they are not new to you. You've heard them before. Except that you heard them conceptually, it hasn't come alive. So now it's alive for you now. Okay? So from you get to this point, you're very safe. You get to this point of seeing and take away, you're very safe. You're into the Dhamma stream, you're very safe. Okay? And now you will stream home on your own. You will stream home on your own. And you will stream because that is the mind. You accept, right? Your faith is absolute, right? You will stream home on your own. If you understand up to this point, you understand the path. This is a method, it's a path. You understand this path? Yes? Yes. Clear? Yes. You understand this path? Then the rest of the journey is your own streaming. It streams on its own. Okay? And then you will, and then when the conditions get it, when your conditions, your panya matures, if the panya matures, you will make the next leap yourself. The leap, when I kept saying, your mind is actually empty, you've got nothing there. The mind is as it is, empty. But we keep feeding it because of our craving. Craving is an anatta force of its own. So the craving feeds ideas, ideas feed craving. And because of this, we are blind, shrouded by ignorance, fettered by craving. The Putujana, the individual, goes through life looking for the makers of the house. You understand? Okay. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.